Hello and welcome to the Boot Network's instructional video series. Once again, my name is Brandon, and today we're going to be talking briefly about how to backup and restore your Windows system on a Windows 7 machine. So the reason that we back up our system is so that in case of disaster, we have a backup that we can recover all of our files from. Outside of disaster, let's say you accidentally delete a file permanently and need to go get it. If you have a scheduled backup, as early as a week ago, there's a good likelihood that you can go recover that file. So to start, we're going to go in the bottom left-hand corner into our Start menu, and we're going to search for Backup and Recovery, or Backup and Restore. It should be right at the very top underneath your programs. Click on that, and that should bring up a window similar to this one. If it's your first time backing up your system, it will look slightly different than this, and it'll say set up your backup. However, we have already set up our backup, so it's just giving us some information on our backup. So it's going to tell us where it's currently saved, and it's telling me that it's currently saved on my main hard drive, which is my D drive. It's going to tell us how much space is free on that particular drive, how big the backup is, when the last backup was, when the next one is scheduled for, and a change settings option. Now, I recommend making a backup not only to your local drive, so that's your main hard drive, just in case you delete a file, you can always go grab it from that backup. But I also recommend saving it to an external hard drive or a flash stick if you have one. The reason I recommend this is if your computer fails, let's say your hard drive dies, it's very easy to just plug in your external hard drive and recover all of your settings from there. Because if your hard drive in your computer is dead, then the backup that's on it is also going to be lost. So when you first set up a backup, it's going to look something like the change settings option once the backup's already set up. So we're going to use that as the example. So it's gonna ask us where we'd like to save your backup. Now, right now, the two options we have is our local drive and we have our DVD drive. Just in case you have a blank DVD or CD in there, you can also save it there. If you have a USB or an external hard drive, that'll show up underneath this list. If it's not, just click this refresh button and it'll show up from there. You can also save it externally to a network by clicking Save on Network. You can type in the server name and the network location right here and save it to that location, which is also highly recommended. Like I said, anywhere outside of your local hard drive is a good idea, just in case your local hard drive fails. Now, once you've selected your location, just click the Next button. It's going to ask us what exactly we'd like to back up. I recommend just using what Windows recommends. However, you can also click Let Me Choose and select from various options. Let me go back into that menu. Now let's say I just chose the Let Windows Choose Recommended option. If I click Next, the next option is going to be not only reviewing all of our settings, but also scheduling it. So making one backup's important, but making it routinely back up automatically, so while you're away, it's going to back up. That's always a good idea because files come and go. You make new documents every day. So a document that you made yesterday might not be on your backup that you made a week ago. So backing up frequently is good because you're constantly using your computer and creating new files that need new updated backups. So I recommend scheduling it often. You have daily, weekly, or monthly. Weekly should be fine. Make sure you do it on a day that you are not necessarily using your computer all that much, so it doesn't take up so it doesn't cause your computer to essentially lose a little bit of functionality and be a little bit slower while it's backing up all that data. So I recommend picking a day that you're not using your computer, like maybe a Sunday later in the evening, let's say like 9 o'clock on a Sunday. You're probably not on your computer. Now, once you've got everything set, it'll show you your new schedule, and you can say Save and Exit. And now it will not only back up your computer immediately, but it'll also have a new scheduled time. If it doesn't immediately back up your computer, I recommend just clicking on this Backup Now button, and that will immediately start a manual backup. And it'll give you a little progress bar. You can click View Details, and it'll tell you that it's creating a new copy for you. And that's all you really need to know about backing up. In the second half of this video, I'll just show you the quick process of restoring a previous backup. Thank you for watching.